Trespass into the domain of the gods.
You are now listening to the Bill Bros. Welcome back to another episode of Bill Bros. Today I have Lewis,
What's up?
Alex, and Loki,
Hey, buddy.
and myself. How you guys doing this week?
Alive.
Fantastic.
Living the dream.
I'm sleepy.
Yes. Very
Yes.
sleepy.
So this week we decided we were going to talk a little IBO. We've all been, all watched a bit of it.
Yes.
Lewis, how are you liking it?
It's intriguing. At first, months ago, I started it and I was like, this is not for me. But I went in there with a blank mind and I'm like, I gave it a try and it's growing. I mean, the whole using kids as soldiers, it's like kind of fucked up, but I get what they're trying to do. Soldiers, older soldiers physically and mentally are not capable to give the performance that they want. I see. But
Look,
that dude, Mika is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's no slouch. Especially when he sorry to go into episodes, but when they were driving, the blue-haired and the blonde guy, and then he saw the two girls like laying down, like he flipped and grabbed that dude and started choking him up. I was like, oh, this guy's not playing around. I was like, oh, sorry.
Oh, Galio.
Yeah.
Galio something else.
How the hell do y'all remember names like that?
I can't. I just say blonde-headed guy with the little speck on his eye right there, Moly mole. I'm sorry.
Moly.
Chop it up into little more pieces and make some guacamole.
Mole.
Logan and Alex, how do you feel about IBO?
I haven't watched much. I've only watched the bit I have with Logan and Nick from WASD.
I think we're on like episode, I want to say like 11 or 12.
Jeez.
Maybe
you guys
13.
are farther than me. I only
This is-
have
this is
5
my-
episodes in.
This is my fourth time watching the entire show.
So jumped in late with you guys too.
Yeah.
But the bit I have watched, it's good. Way better than Wing. Straight up. By far.
Lewis,
Just like all around.
you just broke Lewis.
No, I'm just kidding. I know Wing has his, Endless Waltz is way better than, Endless Waltz is just another of that Dolan's Island thing. It's like 20-minute episode elongated to a movie, but it by far it's the best. I mean, back in the day, I was like, oh my god, yeah, and then I'm like, this shit sucks. And I just love the suits.
Mm-hmm.
Love the suits.
So like the general consensus.
But your boy is gonna get a barber toast empty, and he's gonna give it some love and see how it comes out.
Why not do the PG resin conversion?
And not now, homie. Not now. I'm not into resin like we want to be. I really want to be like
I have no interest ever buying a PG barber toast that's all made out of resin ever.
Yeah, one little false move and you're done.
Don't even care about that. Just like my mind would break with how much color separation I'd want to do and how many parts there'd be, and I would just take, I don't know, 13 years to build an arm.
It will literally take you like a year and a half to complete that project.
Like the chest. and that sounds fucking awful.
It will break Copley. Copley will be like, "Fuck this shit, I'm done."
You could give that
would
to
get rid
people
of-
who would be so hyped to get it, and then they would literally open the box and be like, "Never fucking touching this." And it's not
This
their
is-
fault. I would be the same way. It's just like so wildly intimidating.
Shit, changing I have the new, like the resin kit from Silver Oaks. I have to change the new Gundam into high new, and I opened that box and I'm like, it's 2 box, and I'm like, yo, this is like too many freaking resin parts. Like, I'm gonna feel like, but I said to myself, I gotta stay positive, because if I let that shit in my head, I'm never gonna do it. Never gonna do it, because
I got my order in from my supplier, and one of a couple things in there were for my buddy Ethan, and it was that PG Sniper 1 Zaku 2 resin conversion for
Ooh.
PG. And I parts checked it for him when it got here, and I was very happy to give that to him. I don't want to ever touch that, because that thing, I thought that it was like you just use the frame of the Zaku 2.
it's like 90%.
You literally change out parts on that. Now, thankfully, he didn't even have a PG Zaku 2, so he bought SH Studios frame that they make
Oh,
for
okay.
it.
Yeah.
But like even still, I was going through those, and like granted, it's cool. There's a shit ton of metal parts, the entire inner frame is not resin; it is runners, like plastic runners. So like when you
Okay.
do, it will be a plastic inner frame when you build it, and it's already
Okay.
injected like almost like a Studio G dark iron color, like gloss.
Okay.
So good luck, but no thanks. No thank you.
What are some suits you guys really like from IBO?
Man,
Well,
Brody. Yeah, I would say I'd have Lewis go first because I don't want to spoil any suits he doesn't know of yet.
I only know the grunt suits, and I mean those 4 suits in the beginning, and then Barbie
What episode are you on?
episode 5. So I only know those suits. I'm like, so far Barbie doesn't have the shoulder pieces.
No, yeah,
You just,
you're like, it's funny. You're like right. If you watch like 2 more episodes, there's a point. I forget which episode it is, but there's a point in the beginning there, like episode 5 through 8, where they just like out of nowhere spam like 6 new suits for you, and like I don't know,
Okay.
a 30-second fight, and then you see those for like the remainder of the show from time to time.
Yeah.
And they just like randomly drop a shit ton of suits all at once.
Mm.
They introduce a shit ton of characters, like really.
Well, that's
quickly.
why everyone because they introduce a shit ton of characters and everyone wants to go fight each other, so they just start like dropping everyone out of their ships and just name dropping all these new suits. And you're like, oh, okay, now I see where the Gundams come.
I guess I gotta pop out the Wakanda notebook and start writing down names to remember them, because my ass can't remember shit.
Use my iPhone.
With it being my 3rd or 4th time now watching the show, I can, for the most part, name any suit from IBO. The only one that always just fucks me up is the Hayaku Shiki and whatever the fuck the other one is, because they're like twin names. Stupid. Yeah.
I just say the gold one.
So whatever. It's Lofter's suit.
Oh, Lofter's suit. Yeah, I have.
Because the one that I just said is the 2 girls that have the pink and the blue one.
Yeah.
That's what that one's called. I just can't remember what Lofters is called. It starts with an H still like theirs, and it like has the same pronunciation in the beginning, but the end pronunciation is changed. I'll figure it out. You keep going. My OCD will not allow this to go away.
I like the grunt suits a lot in this. The grazes and the what's the
I don't have to type it. The Hayakurin, or however you pronounce it. Yeah,
you got it.
The,
You got it
the
quick.
green ones.
no,
Yeah.
those are grazes. Yeah, the grazes.
Yeah, the grazes. Yeah, I like the grazes a lot in this series.
The grazes reminded me of a evolved Leo.
See, yeah, I think
Mhm.
I look at them as a representation of Zaku 2s, but like a different take on what a Zaku 2 would be, and that's why I like it so much. 'Cause it's so like wildly different, but not foreign enough where it's like this doesn't look like an enemy suit or like what would be practical.
You okay, Alex?
And scream
I'm
18 times, but I think the poltergeist is coming out of his screen. You see a hand reach out.
They're
towards
here.
the-
I'm looking up suits.
Trying to remember their names.
Uh,
I know how much you have watched, so like,
not much.
yeah, no shit. That was my point.
I do like the waifus.
Yeah,
All
bro.
the waifus.
Oh,
Bro, the space waifus, bro. Oh my god.
what are their names?
What's
The
that girl that
Tewas?
It was.
is that the girl that she's like kind of dark skin, black hair?
Mm-hmm. She's part of
Yo.
the Tewas.
With the
I've
scars on
seen-
her stomach.
I've seen
and
little
stuff.
reels about her. I'm like, oh, hello.
Sorry, she's taken. She's taken, so you ain't getting
Those are some
a
nice
chance.
lines.
Bro,
Ain't ever getting a fucking chance.
you got like 3 episodes and you'll meet her.
I'm gonna say because
Okay.
once you meet her, literally all the other characters talk about how they wish they could bang her and how it's not possible. Not specifically just her, but like all of the people in the group, and it's just like, oh, we can't because, and you'll find out why, and it's fucked up.
The person involved with them is like Hugh Hefner, but space Hugh Hefner.
He has like a patriarchy.
Oh yeah, I seen him on those reels and shit, and I'm
Or
like,
not a patriarchy, a
damn.
harem. He has a harem.
I thought you
Yeah.
said- I thought you said he has a Patreon account.
No. So like his entire ship is only women. He's the only man on the ship. And,
damn.
And everyone is his like employee and simultaneously his wife.
Wow.
Literally Hugh Hefner.
Honestly, pro gamer move, but I'm not trying to get canceled.
Has a fucking medicine
Bro,
cabinet
you
full
can
of
do it too.
Viagra.
Oh, he would have to.
Popping like pegs.
That motherfucker had like
Pez?
that guy had like 19 kids.
Butt sex only.
That motherfucker had a calendar of who to put his something inside of.
Oh my god.
That's
Today
unreal.
it is this woman.
And it's literally how the show portrays it. Like the girl will float up to him and be like, "You haven't paid much attention to me recently." And it's like, "Oh fuck, you missed the calendar date, bro. You're fucked."
Oh, I gotta get into this now. Shit, I didn't know that
I
shit
know,
was
and
like
you're
that.
and you're on episode 5. I think like 7 or 8, maybe they get
7.
introduced. So you're like right there.
Yeah,
Damn.
7. I've watched IBO. I've watched like the first half of IBO like 2 or 3 times now. I never make it to season 2.
What is wrong with you? Have you watched season 2?
Mm-mm.
Whoa.
No,
Next
dude.
week on
I'm
Bill
the only
Bros.
person that's watched the whole show. Season 2 is where you get your heart taken out.
I don't want my heart taken out.
Yeah, but you have to.
I
Is that
seen
the-
the end of season 1.
You haven't seen the end of season 2.
Is
Is
there
that
only
when he passes?
Who passes?
Mika?
What do you mean he passes? Like gas? What do you mean?
No, he like dies.
fuck up?
I'm not saying shit to you. But he
I
does not
seen
die.
reels.
He does not die in season 1.
Oh no, but I seen reels that he's like fighting and he's like about to like da, and you see Lupus Rex with like no limbs or nothing. And I'm like, he's still fighting.
He's like this in the chair with his fucking. You
Yeah,
talking
like,
about
yeah.
those reels? He's just a bloody eye.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Listen,
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But the fact is that they don't
I'll
have a
give it
fucking
to you,
MG
yes.
Lupus Rex. Pisses me the fuck off.
I'm okay with that only because Bandai is very good at always fucking up the proportions for the Lupus Rex.
Dude, those
That-
arms are so long on that kit.
With stubby ass short
Which-
legs.
Which
Is
wait,
He looks like a knuckle dragging caveman, like very short
Which one's
legs and
Lupus
overly
Rex?
long arms that just drag on the ground.
Claws.
Lupus Rex is like the last variant of the Barbatos, where it has the claws and the tail and the bigger V fin and runs around on all fours and shit.
which weapon?
I think it just has the mace,
Mace.
and
Okay,
its claws.
that's
It
how
doesn't
I
need anything
determine
else.
which one's which. Is the fucking weapon they got?
Well, the mace stays through the entire time, but like with the Lupus, it just drops all of its long range shit and just becomes straight up close combat only.
I like
Did they
that.
already make a MG of that, or they did that?
Full
The
mechanic.
RE full mechanics.
Full
They did a
mechanic.
full
Okay.
mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah,
I want them
they
to
did
make a
it's the Lupus and the Lupus Rex.
light bulb. Imagine that's the fucking Verkov.
I'd be okay with that. I want a Barbatos real grade. Thank you. Not even for the Barbatos, just so that they could just develop a frame that they could then port over to every other IBO like suit. Like we could get a real grade Grays
Yeah.
would cry, a real grade Full City would cry.
Have they? They haven't even touched real grades with IBO, have they?
No, but
It's all
like
been high grades.
if they follow the same idea as high grade, it's not hard in the sense of making multiple suits because 60%, maybe even more of the IBO high grades use the identical inner frame. So if you just make a real grade IBO inner frame, you can just port the armor from everything over to it. So you could get you could do all the Barbatoses, all the Grazes, basically all the Tewa suits. The only ones that would be like weird or different that would need their own frame would be like the Full City or its backpack and like the Gushion and the Man Roadie and stuff like that.
The Chonk boy.
Yeah.
Gucci.
Which honestly, to
The
be
Gucci,
fair,
yeah.
would be really cool and I would buy it. I would buy it even if people would get mad, but would be super cool like the full mechanics if you could build a box combo set of either the Gushion or the remake, like how the full mechanics does it.
I heard this one's a good full mechanic. Milu, whatever.
I have that. I have not built it, but I've heard, yeah, it's really cool. and
It's big.
done.
It's big as shit, though. Jesus
Mhm.
Christ.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Is
it.
that
I want
the
that blue.
Is that the first edition?
I think that's I think that's the one with the
If it
clear
comes
parts.
with the red backing, then it's the show me the box bottom of the box. Yeah, it is. The bottom of the box when it's red like that, I'm pretty sure that's the indicator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I picked that up as well because I was gonna do just one leg without the armor and just
Yeah.
detail paint the shit out of it and then keep everything or like the clear and then keep everything else normal.
I'm waiting for the other version of it, the one with that has the crown looking shit.
Judas.
That's a good question. Do you guys think? 'Cause I'm not a big fan of all those suits. Like I was gonna, me being a collecting whore, I was like, "Ooh, I like one of the Malice suits. I'm gonna buy all of them just so I have the whole collection." And then thank God I didn't. Do you think they'll release a full mechanics of every single one of those high grades they've
I
released?
doubt it.
Why? I'm
I
curious
doubt it
why.
because that's the main character.
Suit, and it's not that show. I feel like was not as popular.
No, that's why they're putting all their eggs in this Witcher Mercury.
I tried to watch it and just no interest. I feel like I was watching a bootleg anime or Gundam show that I could have watched a more fleshed out.
It's too kiddie.
Yeah,
too
exactly.
kiddie.
I feel like I could have watched a more fleshed out and mature version if I just watched Gundam.
Yeah. It's too kiddie.
Yeah.
It's more for the little kids. Even the suits look like they're kind
They're
of
much
kiddie.
more reserved. Yeah, they're more reserved and not as aggressive looking. I agree. They have more because Gundams have very humanoid faces, so they give off those very scary eye poses.
Yeah.
Versus those have very mechanical heads that don't really convey any human face. It's just like a fucking almost like a Zaku.
Yeah.
So you are right in that sense for sure.
I haven't watched it. So.
I got through an episode and a half and then I was bullied by Nick for watching it.
Don't even waste your time. It's
Alex, not in a bad way. He's like, "What are you?" He hopped in my stream. He's like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm trying to get through it." And then the episode ended, and I'm like, "I can't do another one."
Yeah.
Which Mercury's already out.
Oh, the prologue.
No. Yeah, prologue.
In Japan.
I have
the prologue.
I have the subtitle version if you guys want it.
I haven't watched it yet. If you can send it, I heard it's good,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Dropped it in
Subtitles are not for me.
Not me either, but unless I'm super fucking zooted out of my mind.
I'm so excited for them
I
to
could
tie
sit
it into
still.
IBO.
That you can everything slow mo and you can actually read it. You're like, oh, okay.
My ADHD's calm down, and I'm
yeah. Okay. My shit is all over. I mean, have you seen me do the recordings? My shit is all over the place. I'm trying to say so much shit.
I can't tell if I'm just super high right now. Is there a way to do a reverse water slide?
What the
Where you
fuck?
put-
What?
Where you
Like
put
backwards?
yeah, like where you put the adhesion on like the front side where the detail would be.
I don't think so.
Super
It's whack.
glue? Oh.
I'm
No,
super
I don't
confused
think
what
so.
you
The
meant by
reason
that.
the reason I was thinking this is because that new lift kit that they released, that chest piece that you put on. If you ever wanted to change that, you could peel that sticker off and draw your own design, and then like stick it up underneath the same way they did it. But if you did that, the detail would be facing down on a normal
Yeah.
water slide.
Mhm.
So if you could put the adhesion on the detailed part, it would stick upwards onto the clear, and you'd see the detail on top.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Mm.
couldn't you just put it? Like,
You could put it on top, but I like that effect of how it looks like it's like encased in like a glass wall. You would lose that effect because it's sitting on top of it now.
well, if you just took the piece and just like flipped it upside down and
Yeah.
I don't.
Zhuzh it? What are you doing?
You know what else? I see a lot of
Baking the
people doing.
spaghetti.
I see a lot of people of those, pro modelers, using fluorescent to like
Yeah, they'll
paint
fucking
and
hand paint that shit. But
yeah,
my
they'll hand paint it, and
OCD
then with the UV, that's when they'll do the luminous shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about this? You go look at that kit again, and you look at how much detail they put in that small sticker, and you tell me if you want to hand paint that.
Yeah, Alex has got it. Alex is all in the fluorescent.
And this is why I'm talking about water slides.
It's like smelling salts, bro.
And stick and done. That's the only reason. Like, that's the only thing holding me back with some of those suits from the new show from Witch of Mercury, and like that's just like it's such a small thing. But like, if you did want to do custom paints, that chest part would anger me.
How
Especially-
visible is it on the kits?
The whole front of the chest.
Yeah,
it?
it's like the whole like
What kit
Its
are we
chest-
talking?
top.
its chest has like that, very standard like Gundam chest where it goes in or out, then cuts back in.
yeah.
And the whole piece sits on top of that chest part.
What kit?
Example, it's like the F91. It goes like down and then like chamfers down. Yeah, it's like that, and the whole top is that luminous shit.
Yeah, like it looks beautiful, but like if you did do a custom paint job and that paint job didn't work around the design of that chest piece or the color scheme of it, because I think they use oranges and yellows and reds, it would look kind of weird. Like if you did like an acid green and black color scheme for that thing, it would look hot, but then you'd see that chest piece and be like, weird.
You just you gave Alex the tingles.
Like if you were able to make like a water
He's
slide, like
like,
I was saying, and like just like even copy the same style that they did, but just swap colors to greens or blues or something.
I'm sure somebody will come up with some type of fucking.
Yeah.
For sure. Or people are just gonna post YouTube videos and be like, hand painted bitch. And I'm be like, well, because I'm not custom painting one of these.
You could do it.
Or I'll
Or
custom matches.
Delpy would do something.
Fuck the decals
I
all.
don't know if they because it's
Helps.
the issue. Not like it's an issue by any means, because Delpy does great work, but Delpy will always release water slides for real grades. Always release water slides for master grades. When it comes to the high grades, they kind of just pick at random.
Maybe this will be a big thing that they'll have no
You're not
choice
wrong
but
on
to.
that end. Yeah, I mean, this thing is blowing up so much that they might just be like, we already have their eggs in the basket to just release shit for it. But I've noticed with them, if there isn't a caution decal, like detail up sticker sheet that comes with the kit,
Yeah.
they won't make one for it.
Oh, okay.
Like, and that's where they pick and choose. Like the Universal Century Char Zaku 1 high grade, that
Yeah.
just comes with some little white pinstriping and stuff out of box. And they released a full water slide sheet that I have for mine in the future. That's like basically gives it like the real grade level of water slide. So, to your point, if it's popular enough, I could definitely see them going all out and releasing some shit. However, I don't think they'd release swappable colors for the chest part.
Have you guys
I
built
wish.
any? Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Have
go
you
ahead.
guys
I'll
have you
do
guys
one.
built any IBO kits?
All
No.
of the the entire high grade series, but like 4.
Alex,
So-
what'd you build?
I mean, I have a Barbados. It's just like chilling in pieces.
Do you know
Under-
what form it is?
The one with the giant, with this giant sword.
Is that the lupus?
Like the katana. There's like 3.
Oh,
that
it's
come
the
with katana.
four-bladed sword. Four-edged. Hold up.
Like the mace?
I
think it's
almost
a
said-
base.
I was literally just fucking looking at it.
almost said a bad word.
What word?
He's edging.
He's
That's not a
edging.
bad word. That's a great word.
Okay.
It's just no. This is the MG. It's an
I never was interested in the suit until like you and all these people are doing the frame. If you put the time and effort, the frame could be its own. Like you can like display the frame like the freaking PG Unleashed. Like you can like put so much detail on it.
It is the Lupus Rex.
There's a guy on Facebook.
It's the
I
lupus
forget-
rex.
Forget his name, but he did a full breakdown of the high grade Floros, like his custom build of it.
Yeah.
But since that high grade, you can theoretically build the full inner frame from a high grade. Like you got to watch the step by step detail process of the inner frame while it was all connected.
Yeah.
It's very cool looking for a high grade at the end of the day. Though the high grades have some issues, but very easy to fix.
Yeah.
The waist is the biggest thing I think with these kits, right? I mean, that's
So
everybody's gripe.
The two biggest things is the waist and the chest. Like that waist joint that goes into the chest, like that little spinal cord thing, that polycap gets loose as shit. However, if you top coat your kit, that goes away. Like if you separate the halves and top coat them, that realistically goes away. The other issue is that chest, like the spine in the back that sandwiches, those
Mhm.
parts slowly separate and the whole chest falls apart. If you just to me is cement that peg in when you're building,
Oh.
that chest will be tight as fuck
Yo,
forever.
Alex, what? Drop the bomb.
Barbados is the 8th spirit named among the list of 72 demons in the Lesser Key of Solomon.
Yeah, Alex, just to let you know, all of the Gundams that are in IBO, the Calamity War, every Gundam that was developed for the Calamity War was given a name to one of the demons of the Gatekeepers of Hell.
Yeah. There's 72.
He is gonna watch it now.
That's why you have.
may
That's why
appear
you
to
have
be
Vidar,
this-
Bael.
may appear when the sun is in the sign of Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius.
You got me on harem. When you said harem, I'm like, well, let's
I
go
thought you
watch
said
the
you got me
show.
on heroin. I'm like, calm.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I ain't do shit. Hold on a second.
It's dark as fuck, honestly. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Dude,
the first
IBO's
fight I
dark,
heard-
bro.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
That's something I always loved about it, though. Is like it like desensitizes you without you even realizing it. Like you're watching people get killed, and you're so used to watching getting killed in shows that, like, sure, if you like them, you're like upset about it, but like, you move on. Then you sit there for a second, you go, damn, I just watched like 3 13-year-olds just burn to death. It's like not even the fact that it's characters, that they're like, every death is always children. It's always
Yeah.
children dying all the time.
Bro, I was
Especially that dude, the old man in the beginning, and he's like,
Commander
I am not
Bro,
gonna
Graves?
freaking, yeah,
Or
I'm not gonna,
Crank.
Crank. Yeah, I just called it the Commander Grays because that's what his fucking thing was, and that's
he's like, I am not gonna fight children. I am not gonna fight children.
I like his
and-
character a lot, man.
Them kids.
Yeah, I fucking hate Ein. So
Really?
glad. Yeah,
don't-
dude. Are
I
you
don't
kidding me?
hate- I don't hate
Crybaby
Ein.
legend.
Oh,
Just-
okay. Well, I like Ein, but
Just flies into battle, completely forgets all of his training, gets whopped, and then goes, Mimi, sorry. Mimi, do better next time. It's like, bro, you're literally losing things.
I can't stand
and-
McGillis, bro.
Chocolate man.
Chocolate man, bro. He's a weirdo.
I mean, yeah, he's dating a child. I get Chris.
Yeah,
Hansen.
Wait,
Yeah, bro.
Yanni John Bosch, the guy.
The
he-
blonde dude is the blonde dude is engaged and like probably not actively piping, but maybe has piped an 8-year-old.
So Elvis Presley.
Galio's
Whoa,
sister.
wait, we're gonna get down.
It's Galio's sister too.
It's
Like it's
Galio's
his
sister.
best friend with the blue hair.
Yeah.
I
It's his
love
sister.
I love his suit, the whatever the fuck it was called. I can't say it.
The Kamaris.
Kamaris, yeah, I can't say that, but I
Which
love
version?
that.
There's 3 versions of it.
I like it's like where it's white and purple.
All 3 are white and purple.
Well, where the frame is like gray, where it's not, where it doesn't have like the black on it. I like that one.
All 3 of them. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
The Trooper.
Yeah, I like the Trooper. I prefer the Kamaris Vidar just because of how over the top it is. But the Kamaris Vidar never shows in the actual show itself. So if we're going by the show, the Trooper is way cooler than the intro Kamaris. I love how it has the versatility of like the ground suit, like it can fold its legs back, and you haven't seen it, Lewis, but like obviously you've seen some really cool mechanical design. But, like there's some really cool mechanical details.
Yeah.
Like, the Kamaris Trooper like has that same type of style as the Dom, where it like floats over the surface of the ground, so it's like a ground type, but it's still fast as shit. But the way that it does it is like if its leg is straight like this, it bends its legs backwards, and then a front section lifts out and becomes a thruster that shoots down.
Oh,
and a thruster
okay.
on the backside shoots down, so it's like it turns its legs into like almost skis.
A hovercraft, like a hovercraft.
And it
Yeah.
floats around the surface. It's wild looking. It's really cool, and it has a giant ass lance.
Like in Dolan's Island.
Yeah, and that's that ground type Dom style. That's why
Okay.
everyone always used to love the Doms. It's like a Dom is never actually walking; it's always floating.
I love Doms
That's why they're
too.
always fast as shit. When you see them in the animes, they're like sliding through build. I hate it here. Alex in the morning is just all about edging and being dominated. It's so fucking different.
Where's pineapple?
His camera unfocused out of his
Logan, being the resident IBO man, what are some kits that you recommend people to pick up?
I think any of the IBO kits, specifically if you're a new builder. I know, like for instance, a good example is Nick. He prefers the master grades because he always says has fat chubby fingers and he's clumsy, so he doesn't like working with the high grades. But I bought him 3 the IBO high grades, and he built the Man Roadie. I don't know if anyone's built it, but like that's borderline Leo level of parts, like 2 runners of parts, and he absolutely loved it just because of the design. And I think it's just like a good intro kit. Like, granted, they have their issues, just like a lot of model kits over time. They definitely, lean forward and aren't as pretty looking. But if you snap build them, you can always go back and fix them and make them solid. That's what I plan on doing with a lot of mine. So I think they're great intro kits. The Master Grade Barbatos, I think everyone here owns, has built, or wants.
Nope.
Alex, do you want it?
No.
I want the MG Barbatos.
Good.
Yeah, so it's a good kit. Yeah, so I think
I want it when you give me that blue paint, because I think I want to do a Barbatos with that color scheme.
Painting everything in that fucking blue, bro. How about
Yeah, man, this shit is fucking hot.
How about instead of us going halves on what was it? How much was the weight limit that we needed to
I
hit?
think it was like 7 kilos.
How about you just do it by yourself and we just order you 7 kilos of that blue?
No. I want.
Will it make you stop talking about the blue if I do that?
No, I just want. About like 2 or 3 bottles of each.
He wants like one bottle of it, and he's gonna to paint like 8 kits with it. Like, good fucking luck. He's like, I'm gonna paint this PG Ale Strike. I'm gonna paint this Master Grade Barbatos. I'm gonna paint like 3 or 4 high grades. Can you just like get me like 1 bottle and some top coat? Sure, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I have to.
Fittest paint in the world, the 1:18 ratio.
He's gonna paint the shed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wing 0 again, because I just realized I'm putting a lot of details on these four right here. So my wing that's in my room, it's not gonna be detailed. So now I'm gonna be like, fuck. Now I got to do a detailed one because Wing Zero is gonna be like the head honcho. So I'm gonna do a resin kit with that one and do the amount of detail on that one, and then the other ones are gonna be like,
You did see the resin conversion for the master grade wing, right?
which one, MadWorks
I think it was AdWorks.
or the show?
It's whatever. I think it's MadWorks. It's whatever the one I just saw. Product photos for it like 2 months ago.
I think it's MadWorks.
Yeah,
MadWorks.
it
Yeah,
is
it's like an
MadWorks.
orangey one.
Well, that's just the resin.
Yeah, the orangey resin cast is like.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's MadWorks. It's called EWSP.
Yeah.
Extreme conversion. The only real difference that I can see is
there's
chest.
more details on the wing and more details on the chest. That's it.
The wings don't look like they have any detail added, if I'm being honest. The only thing that I can tell is the waist and the chest.
The
side skirt, the front skirting is completely redesigned, and the side skirts, the detail is like.
Just give me those fucking paints. I need those paints. I need a lot of semi-gloss. I'm not doing no gloss.
You hurt me. Did you panel line on top of your lacquer too?
What?
Did you panel line that Sotheby?
No.
I didn't think so.
I don't think it need.
You should do a light gray, like where it doesn't show
No,
up.
it don't need no motherfucking shit.
No.
It is fine the way it is.
It's great the way it is.
Imagine if you panel lined it.
I think the color separation and the pearlescence, like.
I mean, that is fair. The pearl casts a shadow to create a panel line. That is fair.
Be a goat.
That's like when you fun tip for people out there who use Molotov Chrome. If you chrome stuff, don't panel line it. It's just gonna naturally cast a shadow.
I haven't used those those markers.
Even like
Alex.
painting chrome in general.
Alex,
the muzzle?
Are you talking about the Molotov? Those are good, yeah. Alex.
Do you use the Gundam marker?
Just the normal thin black one.
Does it work good?
Yeah. I mean, you got to have a steady fucking hand.
Oh, well, that's not me.
You can buy that display hand stabilizer.
Or he could just buy a bottle of Tamiya cement. Or Tamiya panel liner.
Oh, yeah, buy a bottle of Tamiya cement.
Sorry. Use that, Papa. What are you using the marker for?
But now.
Huh?
Nothing now. I just had it.
Oh, I thought you did it for. You said like a steady hand, like you were doing like some like hand painting or like chipping or something like that. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. That can be used for that stuff.
The marker's now used for huffing.
Yeah.
That's
don't
what I use mine for.
Ever using the Gundam panel liner markers. At the end of the day, it's just so much extra cleanup for you as a builder. It's really like, I don't know, having to just draw a line around the whole panel line, then clean up the entire line versus dropping a single drop and it goes whoop.
To me, it's just much more satisfying to fucking watch.
Well, it's not even just that, but the cleanup is a third of the time. Mm-hmm. You're going from erasing every single panel line to dots. What do you want?
Wu-Tang?
Hopefully.
Yeah, hello.
Those Tamiya lacquer paints you got.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna thin them with?
Oh, I bought thinner.
What type of thinner?
I think Mr. Hobby thinner.
Leveling?
I have no idea.
If it looks like
I'll send you a picture.
If it looks like either of these two, you'll be fine.
Tamiya recommends one with a retarder, and the retarder is the self-leveling that minimizes the drying process, so it can like level out smooth. That's why I use Mr. Hobby leveling thinner because it's like the best.
No,
that right there.
I use this. Well, it's not a huge deal. I use this.
We got
this works just as well, even though it's not a leveling thinner. I've used it before; works just fine. And then for all of my metallics, I use
rapid. I mean, it basically has rubbing alcohol. I mean, isopropyl alcohol, so it like instantly dries up.
Yeah,
like you give it a minute or two, and it's like not really dried up, not cured, but it's dried up.
Hmm.
That's why all metallics you should have like a rapid thinner. So when you spray it, all the little particles, the
All
metallic
the
flakes
metallic flicking just
stay
sits. Yep.
stay where they need to stay to give you that metallic.
I will say you don't technically need the metallic rapid thinner. Like you can
No.
spray it. It's just
Yeah.
like it gives you the comfortability of if you accidentally because the issue is, Copley, like if you have the metallic and you overspray, all of the flakes will drip into that area, and you'll have an area that's almost white looking, that's full of flakes reflecting
Yep.
light, and everything else will be toned down.
Mm-hmm.
So you just want it all to just spray where it is. But like if you like me, like I thin my paint so much and do 4 coats, like light coat, like 2 light coats, 1 medium coat, 1 heavy coat is kind of my process. It takes longer, but it lets me not overspray as easily and get this color exactly how I want it. So with that, I don't use that for all of my metallics because I forgot that I've owned it for a couple of my metallics and just thinned it and was like, oh shit, too late now. But like if I do thin coats, fine. Like did you use the metallic thinner for the pearls?
No, I used
Just the normal
self-leveling,
self-leveling?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did as well.
Because I
Like
don't
that might
think
have
the
been good with it.
pearlescent doesn't have so much of an aggressive
No,
metal
because you do
flake.
it in light coats and you
Yeah.
build the coats up, right? Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this is going
Yeah.
way out of proportion over here.
I'll go.
We can do a whole like 2
circle
or 3
back
hours.
though. All IBO kits from Bandai are good kits. The only ones that are like, are the Re 100s. I think the proportions for the Re 100 Barbatoses are just so wildly off, especially with the Master Grade. Granted, at the time the Master Grade didn't exist. You could only get a 1/100 Barbatos from the Full Mechanics. The Grays is cool, I've heard. The Guxian and Rebake box set I really want and my friends really want. It's not a great kit, but just cool to have. So I think everything is solid in the IBO line for sure for Bandai. It's up to you of what you want and us waiting for them to release more shit.
Yeah.
It's
Kinda in the
always
same boat. I've had
We
fun
need
with the
more
ones that I've
Master
built.
Grade.
But with that, I think we're good to call this one, boys. You guys want to throw
Sure.
out some handles? But before we do that, make sure you join the Spawn Camp Discord and Spawn Camp Instagram, Spawn Camp Co. Check out all the great shows. OBO is back now, so you'll be seeing some of us on there. You're gonna see me and Logan eat a really hot chip. So tune in for that.
I forgot.
Make sure you check out WASD and Diggity as well. Those are all great guys and our good friends. We hang out in Discord, we game, we watch TV, movies, all of the above. So make sure you check it out.
I'm not happy.
Yes, sir.
Lewis, with that, you go ahead and give your plug.
No.
My plug is Dark Zero Builder at Instagram. I have a Twitch soon gonna be active there. And Twitter, I have a Twitter, Dark Zero Builder. And that's it for now.
For now.
For now, what else are you going to have? An OnlyFans?
Oh, hey, baby got bills to pay, if you know what I mean.
That PG Wing Zero is coming soon and he needs it.
Alex, what are your plugs, man?
My Instagram is Mecha_Shiva, SHEEVA, and my Twitch is Sweaty McSwampass.
Spell that for me 3 times fast. I almost hit myself in the face because my eyes are so closed. I have no
SWEATY_MCSWAMPASSS. 2 S's, not 3.
This dude's spelling Mississippi out here.
ASSISS.
He said ASSISS. Nope.
Logan, what are your plugs, though?
Mine is zealoushanger.us on Instagram, and then I have no other social media besides a Twitch, which I'm trying to stream more. And I think you brought up Spawn Camp, so I think Lewis and I will be doing some build related stuff on the actual Spawn Camp Twitch. But for my personal Twitch, I just play shitty Rocket League, and I've only streamed 1 time, but I'm trying to do better.
He wants to be a Mexican.
Who said?
You can find us at BuildBros_US, and then you can find my new Instagram XXL_new type.
Sponsored by. Never mind.
I'm sponsored by who? No one. But if
Leaving
you want to
Panda.
pick,
It's
if you
a specific condom company that has very well known for the double XL lifestyle. but whatever.
sponsored by Magnum. You can find me sponsored by
Wait,
Magnum.
hey, pause. Wait a second, Magnum.
You
Look
said-
at me in the eyes for
You
a
said
second.
lifestyle, and that's a whole
We
condom
can do.
company
We can
in
do
itself.
this. You and me. We can do this.
But if you guys want to pick up some IBO kits, you should definitely head over to Leaping Panda, and our code will be at the end of the episode.
They just got a restock into, and I'm
They
sure there was
did.
IBO. I'm sure there was IBO stuff included in that. There always is.
They had a Gushin.
That's the thing about IBO. A quick note here for people too as well. Not only are all the IBO kits decent, but like almost always, for the most part, the entire regular release line is readily available and in stock, which just makes them cooler. Like if you want to practice new techniques and stuff, the way that I did it is I want to practice scribing or I want to practice hand painting or something. Go and buy an $11 Graze and practice on it. It's a fun, quick build, and you get to mess around with it. And you brought up Copley. You can swap parts from all the different frames. It's a really good intro for kit bashing. So definitely, if you don't even like the show, the kits themselves are cool to have.
All right, guys. Well, I will catch you guys later.
Peace, guys.
Bye-bye.
I love you.
Later,
Bye.
guys. Thank you for listening to Build Bros. When you go to check out at Leaping Panda Hobbies, don't forget to use our discount code for 10% off, and that's Build Bros 4.